Hey guys, we've got some scores on the board. Can we see the medal positions? Yeah,
There
thank
we
you.
go.
So equal pay for women by Phoenix in second. So that's 6 points. That must be after round 7. Let's go look at AAA female. Oh, wow, they did it. You guys are so quick. So the Aerodyne French girls, they need a better team name. They're 8 points ahead of the Golden Knights. It's close between Kaizen, Skydiva and Bodyfly Isis. 6 or 7 points each. And then we're back to round tunnel footage. Catastrophe.
Oh, so this is the
there's
team
an
with the
11-year-old in this.
11-year-old. Isn't it Point that's 11? Or is the inside centre just a lot taller than the child?
So with an 11-year-old in the tunnel,
the.
this is Brian Cumming, Sam Bevan, Laura Hampton. Thank you very much for coming to visit
You're
us.
kicking me off TV. You can't kick me off TV.
This
We're
is
going
Team
to-
Lowabusa.
Do you know who we are?
We're going to Rome Cam, so wrap it up now.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye. Are we still on? What was the
We
thing we had
are.
to say?
We've
We
been
are
told
still
we're
on.
off, but we can still see ourselves on the camera.
I'm
That camera.
This one. Oh, we should do something funny to
Oh,
the
no,
camera.
no, it's just awkward, isn't it?
Do you want to start dancing?
We can do a dance.
Are we not on?
Yeah, you're still on.
Oh, we're still
Ah.
on.
We're still live.
You can't hand us that and then.
Okay, so we're.
Let the record show that we are indeed going to Rome Cam. Does this lead us to believe that Jed has failed somehow in his
Okay,
mission?
so that 11-year-old was amazing, and now we have. We've been spotting colours because although we're
I was
distracted by
gonna
colours on
comment.
shoe soles,
Mm.
as we progress further down the leads board and between the categories, we get brighter and brighter jumpsuits.
Yeah.
And I've
Good,
not
isn't
seen one much brighter than
No.
our friends we have here, which must be a AA team.
I think
No,
what we
this is
sometimes
going to single A now, aren't we?
Single A.
what we sometimes forget with jumpsuits is that much of it is covered up by a rig when we're in the sky. But as
Yeah.
soon as you get in the tunnel, you've got to think, what does my back look like?
Green,
And
apparently.
unfortunately for this gentleman, it's not good.
Maybe they got it cheap.
You did?
Maybe.
Yeah, my first jumpsuit. I'd like to say there was more black on it than there was, but there wasn't. But there was red,
Good.
there was yellow,
There you go, that
There you
and
go.
there
airbrush.
was
Airbrush.
purple. Airbrush must be
There's
from Ireland.
something of a trend at the
Yeah.
moment for black and blue, isn't there? I wonder if there's some kind of extra power in that colour. Maybe the
Not,
fabric is
not as
different.
much power as in red and black. It's well known.
Quite like orange and black actually.
It's like a
Little
poor man's
more
red and
Orange and
black,
black's
isn't
pretty
it?
nice. Yeah.
Whereas,
Shout out to Simbi,
But
by
less
the way.
spotted
My
red.
booties are taped to my foot, so if anyone from Simbi wants to come and make me some new booties, that'd be lovely.
so here we
That
have
was
Satori
nice.
Red.
That was nice.
So these guys are part of the Satori Academy, right?
Yep, they are very newly formed. I can see Sam, another Sam,
Sam Donut.
other Sam. Shout out to Sam. I was chatting to these guys just now in the lunch queue. They've only recently formed. They haven't done so much training right now, but they've got a
Okay.
couple of camps at Hibblestone planned for the coming year before competing at the British Nationals.
Hibblestone's just north of Skydive Langer, isn't
It
it?
is,
Yeah.
a little bit,
Skydive
yeah.
Hibblestone taking you to 15,000 feet in 12 minutes.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, in their Dorniers.
That sounds
How does
just
that
too
compare?
quick.
How does that compare to the caravans? I guess you can't get your novels out and read them from
We've
the
got
Dornier, can you?
we've got £1 Jaeger bombs. We don't care.
That's quite a heavy Jaeger bomb. So, guys, the draw on this is
E.
4.
4.
It's just E4,
sure.
for
Is it
sure.
not 4E?
No, it's E4.
You sure they didn't build an E first?
Definitely Billy.
How do you find fours in the tunnel?
Horrible.
Oh,
Oh!
as horrible as that.
So we had a bit of a nightmare
Boo-boo.
with our 4. We tried something a little bit different to try and speed up the 3-person piece.
Which is what you do going into a competition.
Absolutely.
Try something absolutely
Try
new.
something new, yeah, definitely.
It didn't
Look
work.
like the exits for these people. What are these people doing?
Four
Oh,
times.
okay.
That's it. That's a good.
That's a four
good
tick. No, that was
solid one.
fantastic,
See?
yeah.
E4. Told you. Does that mean I get the high five this time?
I said E4 first, wasn't it?
No, you said 4E. Do you want to? No,
I
that's
said
a
E4.
4. That's a high 4 for coming second.
A high 4E.
So
You
what's
can't
happened to
know the
Rome
rules.
Cam? I'm confused.
I don't know. We're not sure what happened to roaming cam. I'm not sure what happened to my.
We could roam.
Team's
We
coming
could
up
take
now.
the camera, couldn't we? We could roam the
You
streets.
could probably get some
Or we
money
can
for that
invite
one day
people.
as
If
well.
anyone would like to come and chat to us down here in the flow house. Are we in the flow house?
We're in the
Flow
Flow
House
House prep
changing
room.
area.
Yeah, in the studio, World Challenge TV studio.
World
Yeah.
Challenge TV studio. Come and
And how
join
could
us. Come and chat with us.
Do you know how someone could contact us if they wanted to?
someone could contact us. I don't know, there's nothing on the surfboard of truth. Tell us, Brian, how can someone contact us?
By using Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, you can contact us. Just make sure you tag #BodyFlight World Challenge. Scores and videos are on the World Challenge website. That's actually, I'm not going to say that. It's worldwideweb.worldchallenge.info. You can make shout outs to competitors or spectators around the world, or even a shout out to yourself to make yourself look popular.
Hey Sam.
And you can also find us on facebook.com/BodyFlightWorldChallenge.
Or if you are here and you fancy coming down and commentating, just knock on the
This is
door.
hardcore, and we were talking about gopping jumpsuits. That's Ming, who's a lovely guy, but come on.
What is wrong with red and orange?
That's Holly Blake,
That's half
isn't
your
it,
favourite
Sam?
That's
colours.
Holly Blake.
Is that Holly Blake? Oh, you know her.
Do?
Previously off of 0 Degrees.
Previously, we did our first rookie season together, along with Steve Smith, who now does VFS,
And Jenny Buckle
and Jenny
from
Buckle
Eclipse.
off of Eclipse.
So my questions for this team are, why the helmet and jumpsuit combo, and do they know the score?
I don't know. I think once you reach a certain level of gopping, it's actually quite. It just says I don't care.
I quite fancy some Tic Tacs.
So those guys are looking quite good. They haven't done an awful lot of training, have they yet?
No, they've done I think one session in the tunnel before
Yeah.
now. Holly's had about 3 years out.
Reminds me, I just got
Jumping.
under a beer actually. I must buy him that beer. I've owed him for about a year now.
I think it'll be interesting to see how the scores change when we come to the revenge meets at the end of the season. I think for a lot of people this is their first competition and maybe even
Yeah.
their first bit of training
I will
together.
be very excited to see what Team Meteor do. They've changed a few things just before this competition because they are forfeiting this competition, just using it for experience before the
Okay.
British Nationals.
Okay.
So I'd very much like to see them in the revenge meet at the end of the
Yeah.
year when they're actually up where we think we can get them.
Yeah, that should be good.
What do you know about the Italian team of marshmallows?
I know nothing about the
We know
marshmallows.
nothing. Nothing at all.
Did we get distracted about your awful fours from earlier? Or did you actually explain why they were
I
less than
think I
optimal?
explained that we tried to speed up the three-person piece and in
We
doing
ended
so
up-
just confused things a little bit, I think.
Because the singleton wasn't quick enough to keep up? Or
No,
because it moved around
we
the
tried to
tunnel
cheat.
and...
OC tried to cheat by backing up through the middle to make the move smaller, and Tail and I'm IC, so I'm accepting none of the blame for this. Didn't really know what was going on or didn't know how to stop it, so they ended up wondering and turning too far, which cost us a few seconds on each one.
I think what
Less
happened
than ideal.
essentially was...
few seconds?
I reckon so, yeah. I reckon it.
Yeah.
Well, we ended up with a 10 on that round, I think.
It was-
the
it was
teams
our
around
weakest
us all got
round.
16, 17, so...
I think,
Okay.
you know, when you get coaching from different people, and obviously there are different techniques of doing things, and I think on that
That's nice.
occasion
That
we were
was
using
nice.
2 techniques.
But I still think an F would have been quicker
This
in that case.
is one due over the cuckoo's nest. I do wonder what
Is
the
it?
Israeli teams think of this.
It is.
Well, this is Roy Wimmer Jaglon.
Yeah.
If you have a
Yes.
problem with the name, find Roy Wimmer Jaglon on Facebook and take it up with him.
So
Although-
these guys are the very meaning of a scratch team, aren't they? They've never jumped
Yeah.
together, they've never flown in the tunnel,
Are they not?
No.
No,
done
they're doing
nothing.
Good work.
They're all Skydive Lango jumpers.
from Skydive
From
Langer.
Skydive Lango just up the road.
Becky used to be in a
Don't
team
forget we
called
can't mention
Foursome.
Skydive Langer.
We
No, I
can't talk
won't.
about Skydive
Don't worry.
Langer. So Becky, who is point there, used to be in Foursome,
She
so
could do
she's
with
got a
some-
year's experience.
I can see
Yeah.
Becky's not quite cogging that 4 so well. She's carving round tail and then trying to do the 360 rather than... Oh
Yeah,
no,
there you go.
That
perfect.
was nice.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
last
don't
one,
think
she
that
heard the
was,
blue light.
She heard you.
She clearly
Turn
heard
the
the
radio
coach.
I
Wait
think
for
her
the blue
biggest
lights,
issue is her dirty
nailed it.
jumpsuit. I think that girl needs to wash that.
It's the dirty planes at Skydive Langer probably getting her
May
knees
well
dirty.
be. May well be.
Or of course all our sport. Meteor. I was just talking about Meteor.
You were.
Check out this pink and turquoise suit.
So these guys are trying out new things.
Yeah, 2 of
During
them
the
bought
week.
brand new suits and haven't flown them before, so
Okay.
Okay.
there's a bit of a
Which
interesting
2?
levels.
The blue grip guys?
Yeah, the blue grip guys.
So those guys are committed to the team, whereas the others not so
Well,
much.
no, they're not even quite matching.
Who's that on the front? Who's point?
Point is Sophie Smithles.
So far, I think that gets first place in the Gopping Awards.
No, the orange and red.
Yeah, that was
black.
pretty bad.
However, Sophie does wear a lot of
Pink and
pink
turquoise?
and turquoise.
Really?
Yeah, should have often seen a pink and turquoise,
Yes.
pink or turquoise cardigan.
I think if
Fours are nice,
Sophie had a black and orange
apart from the wobble
jumpsuit,
at the
it'd
end.
look good.
If Sophie kept her legs in a bit closer together.
Giggity.
That's not uncommon for when I've been coaching this team in the tunnel.
Is it just you?
Shout out to
or-
Vicky.
She also missed the cog there.
So easy to pass judgment when you're sat here, isn't
It
it?
It is, yeah.
I hope somebody in about
Oh, there she is.
I hope in about half an hour's time you can be really
Stu gets
harsh to
very
us.
excited and he always tries to fly under somebody and take out one of his teammates. I don't
For
think they'll be very
Fortnite.
happy with that round, but I know
For
they've been very
Fortnite.
happy with some of their other rounds.
Who is in for Forgment? Because I know that team. I don't know who the members are for
A
Forgment.
piece of paper of power.
For fragment.
Forgment.
Fragment. Fragment
Quite
is
clearly
James.
says for Forgment.
It does say for frog.
Joe Leslie, James Freeman, Mike Alsop, and Aidan On.
Ah, hence
Ah.
the frog on Mike Allsop's Facebook profile
But-
picture.
There's only 3 people in the team. That is
That isn't
impressive.
for Forgment, that is the Chatter Chicks.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
This is
Are
Chatty
you
Chicks.
sure that looks like the Chatter
This
Chicks?
is
to me?
definitely Chatty Chicks. That's definitely Robin in the black and pink.
Yeah.
There we go. So Sarah from Chatter Chicks is in 2 teams this weekend.
Yeah, a single A team and a triple A team.
She is.
Build that 4 in the middle of the tunnel, folks. Come on.
I quite like that
Give
pink.
Point a chance.
I don't like pink as a colour generally, but that jumpsuit's reasonably.
Oh, you must start commenting on the skydiving instead of the fashion. Come
sorry,
on.
sorry. They should all just buy red and black. It'd be so much cooler, wouldn't they?
They would. They would.
Like Dennis the Menace
Like Dennis the Menace.
and his dog Nasher.
So this is
So this is for
Forgment.
Forgment. Yeah, that's Mike. I can see Mike getting in there. Again, interesting launch. Do you think that's? Do you think that's? Are you
Probably
allowed
not
to
the
laugh?
optimal way.
Are you allowed to laugh?
It was a
We-
supportive laugh.
Okay.
I have a question.
I think the F would have worked better for them though.
What
Clearly.
happens if the tunnel rat has to come in during your round?
It means you don't die.
Do you forfeit the round?
No.
Do you
Okay.
forfeit a beer fine?
If the tunnel has to come into your round, it's your time that you're eating up. Therefore, you're just not scoring points at that point.
Okay.
If you're
What if it
flailing
was
on
in the
your
middle
back-
of a block? Because that affects the.
If the tunnel rat has to come in to save you, then no, you should be grateful that the tunnel rat has come in to save you, and you should not be worrying about points that you may or may not have scored. You part of this tunnel rat was saving your life.
You've got
You
entirely
are
the wrong
safety
attitude
first,
to this.
aren't
haven't
you?
This is 100% safe.
So have you got a live feed of
90-something
Twitter
percent.
on your iPad?
No, I don't have
Oh,
anything on
that's
this
a shame.
iPad. I did have the AAA schedule, and now I have a fetching picture of 2 children
Oh dear.
and a
Well, they
horoscope
just- Coming up
that I
next.
don't have.
Or
Coming
just
up
some-
next, an
some
interview
children
with
you found
BackChatt.
somewhere.
Coming up next, an interview with BackChatt, which is the backfly team in Rookie.
Hey, BackChatt.
They've started free flying and they did some 4-way and they decided to go on their back. They're doing really well.
Who's that?
They might not be last. They were last for a while, and their only plan was to be not last.
We've had that plan at quite a few competitions, haven't we?
That's my plan for life.
Not last. Last in the bar, yes. Last in the
Did we
rankings.
see who this team was?
We didn't
flash it.
know. Young man from Epic Tech, can we see what's happening on Twitter? We keep on promoting this hashtag, but we can't respond.
We can, yeah.
We can.
So we can get back to actually.
Okay.
You're kicking us off.
No,
This is what they said last
excuse me,
time.
I'm producer. I'm kicking you off. Get out. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers
Bye bye
for watching.
world. Bye
Bye,
world.
thank you.
Bye.
No.
So, BackChatt, the back flying team from Chatteris, I believe, and it's Yoli, Craig Wilson, and
Doug
Bush.
Bush.
And where are you from?
I'm from Romania.
And you're here just for, you live here now? Or
I
you
work at Skydive Chatteris.
Oh, yes.
Camera there, yeah.
And what
We
made
all
you,
work there actually.
and what made you decide to do the back flying team?
Wanna go?
Well, we've all been working on our free fly in the tunnel, and most of us have got forward experience as well. We were inspired by Paul and his team, watching them in the tunnel. We
45
fancied
Black Magic,
Black
yeah.
Magic, yeah, with Joey Jones, who invented the discipline really.
Yeah.
We thought we'd like to have a go and give us as anything in skydiving, a target, a reason to do the training with a goal and an aim in mind. So we thought we'd have a go and put a
Brilliant.
team together.
So how much training have you done?
4 hours,
Four
yeah.
hours, yeah, 4 hours.
Wow.
An hour today, so
Yeah.
we worked quite hard today.
And is it easier than you expected or harder than you expected?
Harder.
You're in rookie category, so that's randoms
Yes.
only?
3
Yeah.
rounders,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lorraine, come in.
Come on.
Lorraine. This is Lorraine, our other team member.
Also from Chatteris, you work at Chatteris as well? What do you do?
Manifesting and booking office.
But you're not going to be doing that this weekend, are you?
Oh, she's good at partying too, aren't you, Will? A little bit.
I'm not sure how the drop zone's going to manage without us, are we?
No.
So whose idea was it to put it all together then? Was it
I think kind of
Mr.
all kind
Coxon?
of fit. We were all doing some free fly coaching, and we just sort of. I think Craig said I fancy doing a back fly. I've been fancying doing it for about a year, and
I got some coaching off her.
just taught Dragosh to back fly. He hasn't even done belly flying, FS flying properly. Only for his FS
Does
fly.
he jump on his back?
Well,
I do sometimes. I try filming on my back. That's one of the reasons I'm doing this.
Yes. Well, you strike me, you can all do every orientation because you're a camera lady as well, you know, and an AFF and
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Congratulations.
Newly qualified, sparkling. Love it.
So you're going to be taking your AFF students out on their back?
I hope not. Not to start with, hopefully not.
But that's going to be a new thing for you,
Oh yeah.
AFF at Chatteris?
Wanted it for a long time, so yeah.
So how come it's been so long before you?
I've been very fortunate this time to have a lot of help from Sean and Milko at Langer, and also Gary back on my drop zone. So Sean and Milko in the air, and Gary put me through all my lessons, so very lucky.
Cool, so if anyone out there wants to volunteer to be those first live AFF students?
I've done it.
You've done it already?
My first live one, Saturday first lift, and it was brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Big grin.
And no backfly.
And no backfly.
Nice. So back to back flying then. Do you have a goal average?
No, not really. We just would like not to come last. That would be,
That's
that would be
a plan.
nice. I think there are 5 or 6 teams in the rookie category this year. I think it's a bit smaller.
The good old British goal of let's not come last.
Yes, let's not come last.
We're valiant losers, but we don't want to completely lose.
We're a bit worried because we look like ringers on paper. 4,000 jumps,
Yeah, just short of 6,000.
6,000 just short.
I've only got 500.
500.
He's the baby of the team.
Quite a few jumps.
Very
So
talented
on
baby.
paper, potentially we could, storm it, but
On
we'll
our backs?
need to back and 4 hours. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We're improving all the time, but
We've
we
had a
haven't
lot
had a
of
huge
coaching.
amount. But
Joey
not a
today.
huge amount.
No.
Compared to some of the other guys. So, we're taking part to have fun and just like any competition, just to gauge yourself against other people, and it'd be nice not to come last. So.
Yes. And do you think it's good with the jump numbers? Because once upon a time it was all done by jump numbers, so even whether you were flying on your back or no matter what kind of jumps you've done before, you would automatically be in a senior category. And how do you like the idea that you choose your own category, which
It's much
is how it
fairer,
does?
isn't
Yeah.
it? Much fairer.
I mean, backflying's a bit different anyway because nobody really does it past A anyway. So there is no way of categorising it. I would think, and you look at the guys like Joey and Paul and Tristan and Jay, all amazing tunnel flyers, and yet they're still in A class. I don't think anyone complains about them being there, and I don't think anyone would complain about us being in rookie either. We feel most comfortable there, and it's the whole progress thing. You do it in progression. You start off in the rookies and you move up, and that's what we're doing. We're competing in rookie this year, and hopefully we'd like to move forward to the A class next year with the blocks. So
Yes. But
not rushing it.
But the whole idea that you put yourself in a category,
Yes.
whether you're on your belly or on your back, actually
Yeah.
makes little difference. The idea
Yeah.
that you choose yourself which category you go in, rather than that being determined by external factors
Yeah.
like your numbers, because the jump numbers of jumps become pretty irrelevant when you put in tunnel time. Don't they?
So
Yeah.
you could argue we should be in AAA class based on our jump numbers, but that would be ridiculous for what we're doing. So.
Well, even if you're on your bellies, Craig.
Withdraw my team.
Sorry, you open the door, I'm going to walk around. So are you going to do the nationals back flying as well? Please say yes.
Can't really, because we all work at the drop zone. And even
But
though
no, you
it's-
could say you want to, don't you? I
We
can
would
see
like
you
to.
do.
We would
Yeah.
love to, wouldn't we?
I've never actually done it in the air,
No,
but it
we
would be a
haven't at
good
all.
challenge.
I'm pretty scared. I think it would be carnage. I think they'd just blow apart.
I've got no
We'd
idea how
never-
you'd exit it.
We'd never
either.
see each other again, but we'll have to try when
Yeah,
we're
we'll
at
have
the
to
Capstone and
try
see
it,
how we get
We'll-
on.
we'll
and
send
But
you the
Grand
footage.
Prix, the Grand Prix, give me that. At least do one competition out there.
It would be lovely, but maybe if we continue next year, like we're hoping to, then maybe we'll take it further and actually jump as well. So.
Okay. Well, we'll tune in next year then and see if these guys have made it out of an aeroplane on their backs. Have a good competition.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thanks for your time.